Hey, how's it going? This is Rob from Justin's Toys, and today I am showing you a new design called the Twin Stripe Bracelet. And I'm also debuting a new product from Rainbow Loom, which is called the Monster Tail. I don't know if you could see it, but it's an official Rainbow Loom product that can be used to make bracelets like this. And you could do some neat stuff that could be done on the regular loom, but it is a lot easier to do on here just because, for instance, this rubber band right here, that's high tension. That's gonna snap if you're not careful, versus this distance. So you'll notice that a lot of designs require bands not to be stretched out too much in order for it to be appealing. So this definitely provides that aspect. So let's get started. If anyone wants to learn this design on one loom, on the original Rainbow Loom, you can fast forward to this time slot said right here, and that's going to show you exactly how you do it on a regular loom. Alright, so the first thing you want to do for this bracelet, my bracelet is going to be just like this, except the white bands are going to be replaced by rainbow. So the first thing I'm going to do is pick my border color, which is black, and grab 2 rubber bands of that color, and then one at a time connect these 2 outside pegs and make an 8. Push this one down because I'm going to have to distinguish this one from the one right on top. Again, same exact thing. Second rubber band as an 8. Alright. Once you do that, you can grab another 2 blacks. And the first black I am going to put on these outer 3 pegs, just like this. Try to make it sure that the top band is on the top, middle band's on the middle, and the bottom's in the bottom. And I'm going to do the same exact thing on the opposite side. So it's going to look just like that. Alright. Next, I want to grab my first rainbow color. And I am going to just grab it and put it on these 3 lower pegs, just like so, and then put these 3 top pegs for 1 red, as you can see. So everything's in order, everything's organized right, and I can actually start looping right now. Alright. So the first thing I want to do is grab this black on this triangle on the top and bring it over this peg just like so. And I'm going to do that with the other side. Go in, grab that black and bring it up over this peg, kind of like a dragon scale. Alright, just up and over. And then this last one up and over. Okay? And then I'm going to go on the outside and grab that 1 black and bring it over the top. Turn it around and do the same exact thing with the other side. Bring it up and over. So when you're done with your first step of looping, it's going to look just like that. Alright, if it looks any different, you might have done something wrong. But once you do that, you can push down on all sides. Try not to confuse these two, because if you push down too hard, you might incorrect the order. Alright, next you want to take 1 black band and again put it on those 3 on the right pegs. Make sure it's on top of all the other bands. Turn it around. Do it again for the other side. These 3 pegs right here. Okay. push down slightly, and then grab your next color in your rainbow and apply it to those bottom 3 pegs and apply it to the top 3 pegs. Alright, now this is where it gets a little different. Now what you want to do is grab these two, both the black and the colored band that's under the black, and bring it up and over. See, I find that the monster tail gets a little bit tricky because sometimes this tends to slip off, so you might need to make a habit of using your hand. And I'll show you an example of this. If I just pulled it too hard, you'll see how it fell off. So you might want to, you see, that's exactly what's going to happen the first time that you use this. But for this design, when that just pops up like that, take your hand, hold it like this, and then pull this back up and over. And that's how you fix that error. So we're going to go to the other side and we're going to grab those two. As you can see, I'm using my hand and I'm holding all of these bands on these pegs really tight. And then I'm grabbing this and I'm pulling it up and over this corner right here. Just like that. And that's going to minimize your chance of pulling this off. Alright, and turn it around. And again, bottom 2 up and over that corner right there. So you can see it's still falling off. So bring this back. Now you want to bring up just the red in the center peg, and then do that with the other side. Just the red in the center peg, bring it up and over, and then now the outside blacks. There's one, turn your loom around, and that one bottom outside black. Okay, and there you go, there's step 2. So basically what we just did for step 2, we are repeating again and again for every color until this starts growing through the bottom and it becomes long enough to fit around your wrist. So again, the next color in the rainbow, putting that on the bottom, putting that on the top, and then we're going in, grabbing those bottom 2, bringing it up, and grab those bottom 2 on this peg, pull it out just slightly up and over. You have to be very careful with this one, because as you can see it almost fell off. Then go to this peg right here and grab those bottom 2 slightly around those 2 corners, bring that up and over, go to the other corner, slightly over that edge, bring it up and over, okay, and then this last corner, grab those bottom 2 and bring that slightly over. Alright, and now you want to go on these 4 pegs right here and just bring up the bottom band. Just the bottom on all 4 of those sides. So the easiest way to do this is just to remember, okay, when you're applying, it's triangle, triangle, line, line. So triangle, triangle, next color in the rainbow, which is, oh, I guess I skipped orange, which is yellow, line, and then yellow, line, and then this time you want to make sure that you are grabbing the 2 bottom bands on these corners and then single bands on these 4 pegs that aren't the corners. So grab the 2 bottom on this corner, gently bring it up and over. Next corner, grab those bottom 2, gently bring it up and over. Alright, this happened again, so pinch right here and then bring this up and over. So it's like that. Next corner, grab those bottom 2, bring it up and over. Alright, last corner, grab those bottom 2, bring it up and over, and bring this back out. Okay, now those other 4 pegs, we're just bringing up the bottom band. 2, 3, 4, push down. Alright, so we're basically going to repeat this step over and over until the bracelet starts coming out through the bottom, just like any other fishtail. And you're going to stop when it seems like it's long enough to go around your wrist. If you're unsure, you can just refer to the formula that's in the description of this video, which will give you an exact calculation of how many sets you need to do in order to reach your desired length. So again, triangle, triangle, line, line. Get into the 4 corners and bring up the bottom 2. There's 1. Next corner. Grab those bottom 2. Bring it around very carefully. Up and over. Next corner. Bottom 2. Up and over. Next one, bottom 2, up and over. Now the other 4 pegs, just the single band, single lowest band. 2, 3, and 4. Push down. Next set, triangle, triangle, line, line. Alright. And we're basically going to keep on doing this. So I'm going to finish all the colors of the rainbow, and then I'm just going to fade to the end. So I'm just going to speed up a little bit without any commentary. So this is going to be the last color of my rainbow, and then I'm just going to fade towards the end. Triangle, triangle, line, line. Alright, so similar to the hexafish, it's going to grow through the bottom, and you'll see it looks kind of fat and bulbous, but you can pull it really hard and then it'll start to thin out. Just like so. So pull it really hard and you'll see it starts to form. Alright, so I'm just going to continue to go on, and I'll be back once it's long enough to fit around my wrist. Alright, so as you can see, I'm getting closer and closer to the end. It's at the point where I'm about 2 more bands in before it's big enough to get all the way around my wrist. So I'm going to put triangles. Then my next color is going to be ocean blue. And ocean blue. Push down on these triangles on the insides. Alright, get in there. Grab those 2. Bring it up. Grab that 1, bring it up, grab these 2, gently bring it up. This black, bring it up. These 2, gently bring it up. This one. Bring it up. Alright, these 2, bring it up, and this last one, bring it up. Okay, push down. Triangle, triangle, and my last color is going to be this purple. Alright, so again, push down on the insides of the triangles. Bring up these 2. Just 1 on this one. 2 on this one. Okay. This one bottom. And these 2. Okay, this one, these 2, and then this last one up and over. Alright, so we are going to start the clipping process right here. Push down, and what we're going to do is grab this purple right here, bring it to this peg, this purple, bring it to this peg, and this purple, bring it to this peg, and then this purple and bring it to this peg. So starting from this one, we're bringing this, we're going in with the hook facing up. Right? That's the most effective way of doing this. So grab that, pull it off, and then use this corner of this peg right here to get this on. Okay? Again, grab this, pull it off, rotate your hook, and use the corner of that peg right there to get this on. Once it's on, pull it off. Alright, now have the hook facing down. Get that band, pull it off, rotate your hook, get on that corner, and on the peg and pull it down, and pull it off. Then grab this rubber band, pull it off the peg, rotate, and use that corner. Alright, once you're on that peg, turn your hook around and pull it off. And then you can push down at this point. Now what you want to do is grab a black rubber band, cap it, okay, and then apply it onto these two pegs, just like that. And now you want to take your hook and you want to grab all of those purples and bring it up and over to the center. Turn your loom around, do the same exact thing. Make sure you grab all three ends of that purple very carefully. Bring it up and over the center. So it should look like that. Alright, now you want to push down all the way in the center. And this part is a little tricky. You want to grab all of these blacks on the right. Alright, again, go in like this. You know what, I'm just going to pull it off like this. But do it very carefully. You're going to take these bands and you're going to apply them onto these two pegs. So, I'm pulling them off. I'm rotating it. And I'm going to use that peg outside to get around and pull it down and bring it up and over. Okay, so those two bands that were on the right are now here. I'm just going to push down slightly because you want to keep track of these two bands and make sure they stay on the center. So we're going to do the same exact thing with these bands on the left. I'm just grabbing them, pulling them off, and rotating it so that I could use that edge of that peg to grab it. I got those two on that peg right there. I'm holding it with my index finger and pulling these up and over this top. So, as you can see, there's three sets of bands. That one, and those first ones. And on the other side it should be the same thing. Alright? So, I'm just going to treat this like a fishtail. That cap band that I put on that's holding onto all those purples, I'm just going to bring up and over to the center. I'm going to do the same exact thing with the other side. Have those two bottom bring it up very carefully. Might want to hold down on these bands if it looks like it's going to fall off. Okay, and now you want to grab these bottom two bands and do the same exact thing. Bring it up and over, and then find the bottom two bands on this side. Grab them, bring them up and over. Okay? Well, now you only have two bands on each peg, and you want to grab one end very carefully. I'm just going to hold it like this instead. And again, use the edge of the peg to bring that in there. And now I have what appears to be 4 ends on one peg. And that is our cue to clip. So grab a C-clip. The easiest thing to do is hold it as close to the edge as possible. And the good thing about the monster tail is it has this groove here, so you can just take your C-clip and just push down all the way into the groove, and now it is hooked. Okay, I have all 4 ends. Alright, so at this point you might want to clean up your design a little bit because it's still in its thick state, so you can pull really hard, and once you pull you can also kind of like squish it so that it just goes into its natural state. Alright, so now what you want to do is you want to clip the other end, and that other end is going to be those 2 8s that you started off with. The easiest thing to do is take these, put them on the loom, grab all those ends, put it on the peg, and then take the other end with the C-clip, pull back, and just push down. Just like that. Alright, and there you go. That is the completed twin stripe bracelet done on the monster tail. Thanks for watching. This is Rob from Justin's Toys, and I hope you like the bracelet.